Welcome back to the letter. Ooh, I'm super excited. Okay, let me wait like a second. Anyways, as I was saying, I don't hear the rest of what she says after that. I only stare down the paper at the letter in my hands. The sides wrinkle my grip and my breathing grows labored. Dread quickly fills my mind.
Isabella? Isabella? Are you alright? You're looking pale.
Yeah. I don't even notice when Rose's group joins us in the parlor. I want nothing more to say than, no, I'm not alright. I want to leave this place. Because I remember everything clear as day. The letter and the woman in the attic. It's real.
The letter. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Careless. I've been so careless. How do I even tell them without looking like I've gone mad? Oh gosh. I want to show the... No! Wait! I'm supposed to show the letter to 5 people. What happens if I show it? 1, 2... Because 2, 3... 3 people have seen it. Let's do it. Let's do it! I blurt it out before I think twice about what I'm gonna say.
Rose, we need to get out of here. This place is cursed.
Rose casts a nervous glance at the people in the room. People are still engaged in the conversation with their peers, but curious enough to turn their heads at the group direction have been giving her trade mix salesman smile. A tight expression on her face when she pulls me aside.
Isabella, we've already had a conversation about this weeks ago. Those are just stories.
And I'm telling you that it's not. I saw something in there. It's not human at all. I thought it was just nothing, but isn't this letter proof enough?
She gently reaches out to pluck the paper out of my hand. Without even taking a glance at it, she folds it back neatly.
Look, I'm really getting worried about you. I know you want to see this open house through, but your condition is more important. Give me a few minutes to wrap things up here, and I'll drive you to the nearest hospital.
Oh, people are still talking to me. Okay, whatever.
No! You don't understand! There isn't a condition, Rose. No concussion at all. I'm fine.
I wonder what would have happened if I didn't show her.
But this place isn't, and you're being stubborn about it.
Before Rose could open her mouth for a retort, a hand lands on both our shoulders, pulling us a distant closer.
Now, ladies, what seems to be the problem here?
Nothing, sir. I just had to clarify a few things with my colleague.
Well, it certainly seems intense. A smile fits the two of you better, in my opinion.
Oh, F you.
Especially darling little Lily here.
Isabella gives my shoulder a gentle squeeze while an inscrutable smile spreads across his face.
It's Isabella, sir.
Of course. But my point still stands. And with 2 beautiful ladies here, I'm sure.
And I'm sure little Lily here would certainly appreciate it if you remove your pretty hands from her, darling.
Yeah. The pressure on my shoulders lifts as soon as this word leaves his wife's lips. With a scowl on her face is like a splash of cold water on me. It's also impossible to miss the displeased frown on Miss McCaw's face. The realization that we might lose the sale because of my outburst instantly dawns on me. Rose would be beyond pissed.
I think I need to step out for a while. I'll be back.
Bowing my head, I mutter a quick apology and gather my stuff to make a quick exit. Doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused trouble, and Rose can't be unforgiving of a behavior like this. I'm almost at the door when she catches up to me.
Isabella, wait!
The apprehension must have been quite obvious on my face, because her expression instantly shifts on something gentler, eyes soft and a fond smile spreading on her lips.
Hey, I'm not angry.
Really?
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before. If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day.
I don't think I want to come back.
And look.
She hesitates, completely trailing off before shifting her gaze down into her hands, a small gesture to stall. Her fingers are fiddling with a piece of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again. My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it nevertheless, more of an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I throw it away if I can, but I have this nagging feeling, one way or another, it'll find its way back to me regardless of what I do about it.
Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly. And we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this.
I know, it's nice.
I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery.
It's kind of huge, though.
But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
That's why I'm leaving! My mind stops.
What? Wait. No, I can still work. I
No,
just
you
need to
can't!
get myself
You
together.
can't work!
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now.
That's
You're
what
clearly not
it's kind of
yourself, and I
doing, but...
honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress. Please, humor me just this once.
She clasped her hands together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. I do understand, to some extent. This doesn't mean I feel any less awful. Whether myself, at the unlucky turn of the situation is taken, or for her, I don't really know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
Obviously!
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
That's nice.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment.
Oh my gosh.
He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
Why would he call you a noob? At the memory, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning enough strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps that happened. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess.
So, are we good?
Still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one for now.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
Ouch! Why are you so mean?
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, alright? Don't even think of going anywher.
In the parlor? You want me to stay in the
Let me finish what I'm
house?
doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who will fetch you, okay?
Okay. That always reminds me of South Park. She's gone before I can voice one word of complaint. With nothing else to do, I find myself drift back to the foyer. Few visitors linger in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows. Others continue admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room. One group of elderlies gathered some way across from me is occupied in friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. Little argument here, occasional laughter there, and a teasing there. I smile to myself. The conversation reminds me of what I've been missing this past few months. Rose is probably right. I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout will help. Speaking of, I should call Ash. A few hours early, but I've told him he did ask for me to call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a right back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'll ever accept the latter. Personal convictions and all. Honestly, if there's something I find admirable in him, despite his tendencies to annoy the hell out of me, it's that. Whatever way works. A free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. A couple of minutes pass, and prayers asking for a decent signal later. A call finally connects hand.
Shit! Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Bad guys watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude.
What?
Pretty fly for
Shit,
an
how
Asian
loud is this
guy.
thing even?
Sup, I'm Ash
A
from
sharp ringing
Inglewood
fills the
City.
entire hall,
Bag of
disrupt the
lunch, yeah?
pleasant
Candy,
quiet
baby.
and settle.
Looking
Soon
for
enough,
trouble?
heads turn and
Better
search the
not
source,
lie.
mine
I'm
included.
a cool dude.
My heart started
Pretty
around
fly
the
for an
small
Asian guy.
crowd, zeroing in on a lone
Sup, I'm
future
Ash from
crouched behind the same
Inglewood
group of
City.
old people
Bag
checking
of
out the
lunch, yeah?
decors
Candy,
moments ago.
baby. Looking for
He's facing away
trouble?
from me,
Better
fumbling with
not
something in his
lie.
hands.
I'm a cool
But I don't
dude.
need to see his
Pretty
face to
fly
know
for
whose
an
backs
Asian
it
guy.
is. Oh, I
Sup,
recognize that
I'm
dumb
Ash
parka
from Inglewood
anywhere.
City.
That by
Bag
the
of
end of the
lunch,
call,
yeah?
I marched
Candy,
towards him.
baby. Looking
And
for
what
trouble?
happened today? I'm
Better
not
not
really in the
lie.
mood to
I'm
deal
a
with
cool
this.
dude.
Of
Pretty
all the
fly
times
for
to.
an Asian guy.
Ashton Frey!
I came! Up next is something I'll surely regret later for having not recorded.
Ah!
He jumps and lets an undignified yelp, followed by his phone slipping out of his grip. He bounces from his one hand to another, and his poor attempts to catch it, before only falling flat on the floor with a resounded clack. I kind of feel sorry for the phone and the floor. But it's not every day you catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. It's kind of cute. Damn his stupid detective senses. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. Ha! An awkward pause has passed between us. A blink. He makes a face. And then, in a too quick motion, he does retrieves his abused gadget, while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't even meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has crept up his neck and cheeks. In another universe where we haven't known each other for 5 years, and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I'll find that adorable. Endearing, even. Fortunately, this isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I'm already content to see him out of his obnoxious, calm, and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
Asshole.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way.
No way.
Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place?
For a moment, it looks like a cat that swallowed the canary. Suddenly checking every nook and cranny on his phone for any damage or scratches, seems to be more interested in activity than explaining himself.
Ash?
I could be looking to buy a house.
A mansion?
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
He's messing with me.
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you doing here?
Just to stalk you. He chances a glimpse at some point behind me. The parlor? Curious, I follow his gaze before I figure out what has caught his attention. He places a hand on my shoulder and turns back to face him.
I just finished working on something, so I dropped by.
I still don't see how his work has to do anything while he's here. 'Cause he likes you. Probably. At my confused look, he drops the hand resisting my arm like he has touched something particularly hot. He casually rubs his back of his neck.
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all.
Aw.
So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Ouch.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it.
Why is she such being a bee?
And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually
I
follow
actually would
etiquette
probably roam
here.
around. I don't know what open house means.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said... Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Something must shown in my face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how he often looks as if everything around him is a chore. I avoid his eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject and won't ask me any more questions. The last thing I want to tell him that happened, especially the part about the letter. In fact, he's the last person on earth I'll ever think about telling it to, if I can help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy, but God knows how many times he has helped me, even without me asking for it. But stuff like ghosts and the supernatural? He'll never believe even those if he hears it from a friend, except maybe if it's Becca. On a good day, the most harmless things he'll do is give you an explanation of why those things have no chance of ever being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun of you at every chance he'll get. Ashhole. What did I ever do to him? He never does it to Becca or Zach. It's probably because he likes you. I already imagine how things will go down the moment I spill the word of what I saw. Nope, over my dead body. Before I catch his attention, I shove the letter deep into my bag.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Let's just go.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
A rush of air greets me as soon as the main door opens. Not the normal autumn draft, but it's still a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete in an awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. He calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background, whispers calling me back, shadows beckoning. I don't look back. We spend the ride back to Luxembourg City in a relative quiet manner, with only radio disjoint hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally, Ash will reach out to fiddle with until the signal settles, or on a respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my way are signs, I know there are things he's been itching to ask me since we left the mansion. It's that music again. I've heard it somewhere before. Keep my eyes trained on the passing scenery outside, the small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
All of a sudden, he tosses something at me from a small compartment on his side. Hits me and clean on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
The glare I send him swipes a smirk about to form cleanly off his face. He pulls his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flipped the half-forgotten package on my lap.
I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
Yum!
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
I don't even have the chance to deny it, because right on cue, my stomach rumbles loudly and an empty gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there! I did skip breakfast and lunch so I can catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess everything was going on. I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like the hollow feeling's new to me, though. If anything, it's just one thing I've gotten used to ignoring over the years growing up. Thanks, then I tear open the package and start nibbling on the edge of the bar. Apart from the acknowledged nod, Ash doesn't say anything after the small exchange. For that, I'm thankful. After getting an earful from Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag at you.
How'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really no different from the typical open house. On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
Ow.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to three. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
How do you even know about the last
Becca.
one?
Rebecca. Anyhow, you're hellbent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
He's not entirely wrong. Oh man, I walked into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
His answer is a small laugh, and that kind of screams, I'm right, I told you so. I hate when he does that.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property. So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Provided I didn't botch it with the rights. Ma'am Hannah in particular didn't look pleased with what I did. I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
No?
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa.
Gosh dang.
Or is it the wardrobe this time?
You meant his joke, but as close from the truth made my blood run cold, my own heartbeat a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag, a whole lot heavier, burned in my own guilt and apprehension.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
You made them angry?
Not angry, just stuff happened.
Like?
Things.
For real,
Did
things.
they do anything? Your clients, the rights, was it?
I can't answer that. At least not revealing what took place in that attic. Oh, I would save. What should I do? Change the subject or lie to him? Do I want to be a douchebag, or do I want to do the right thing? Kind of like the right thing where you kind of change it. Let's just change the
You
subject.
keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours. That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
Over an exaggeration, but changing the subject to something else is still better than outright lying to him. Besides, it never works with him. I'm not sure it's because I'm just bad at it or because he's really very good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily shifting a glance over me and returning it back to the road when he makes a sharp turn. Outside, the sun's already starting to descend, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. I wonder how long we reached the venue for Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, it appears Ash has taken the longer route. Odd, but he's probably trying to avoid the rush hour traffic.
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
Kind of is.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
Wow, demanding. That earns him a soft punch in his arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give his satisfaction of knowing that I find most of them funny. It will make his head bigger, stupid Ash.
Alright. Lay off on the abuse.
No.
Remember that case I mentioned before? We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
He recounts what he's been doing in the time that we haven't seen each other. His usual work and occasional small investigation, and the big case he's been stuck working on. Stuff he couldn't mention in the brief time that we catch each other online. Although most of it the trimmed down version, only things he can tell, he's always been careful about that. Even the way he spins his answers to my questions just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes a strained tone as he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it much. That's normal, right? I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to justice because they keep slipping out of your fingers? If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never seems to be entertaining to me regardless. If things weren't the way they were back home, maybe I would have considered taking on the same job as him. Well, nope, not really. Mama would never allow that. The idea is still there, along with countless others I've let go. Time passes quickly between us in this manner, and before I know it, we've already at the movie house. A small crowd is already formed in front of the theater when we arrive. Point of no return. The Lip Fest, short of Luxembourg Independent Film and Theater Festival, attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year's no different. I've only been to a few indie film screenings with Zach, so I'm not an expert on the matter. But I know that people hoping to make a break in the industry, getting a film recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal. Especially for a newcomer like Zach. He hasn't even won an award, but just getting confirmation letter, and the letters committee wants to include this movie in this year's lineup. Already put a grin on his face for weeks. Speaking of the guy, it's impossible to miss. 6 feet, he appears to loom over most moviegoers. 6 feet tall, actually here isn't very tall. But I don't know what kind of place they're in. And with his large build and heavy voice, there's no surprise when people give him a wide berth as they pass. Wide berth? What the crap does that mean? It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did, back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too, I heard, once early in their friendship.
Oh, there's Zach.
Hey, you guys! Long time no see!
Zach's face lit up with a smile of his own. He moved us towards us with careful steps, making a significant effort to make himself smaller as not to bump or accidentally hit anyone. Typical Zack. As he nears, Ash casually raises his hand in greeting and...
Sup, Z-Man, my main man. What's crack-a-lackin', my homie?
People do this? The awkwardness that descends within the immediate vicinity of our small group, that's palpable enough. Somewhere on our left, a girl giggles, and the only one to do become aware of my mouth hanging open. I'm almost amazed how Ash can say that loud with a straight face. Almost. Considering his track record, he should be allowed by now. Zack seems to be.
Yo, stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
Their fondness underneath his oh my gosh, I just cannot speak. You guys can read that tone. If this were any other person, he would likely be offended, but years of friendship and familiarity have made those words hollows to the other's ears. Or at least enough to both to take it in stride.
It's been a while, Zack.
I hope you didn't get into trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
Nah, I ended up with chicken down stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really
Chicken
love
pox?
at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad.
What the heck?
You really have no idea.
A beat passes. And then Zack laughs.
Hey, I'm kidding. You know you can always count on me.
A story only two of them privy to. Every now and then, Ash will enlist Zack's help on something. Becca and I never found out what the real deal is, but those adventures, as Ash calls it, aren't willing to tell due to some unspoken agreement. She insists if it's Ash, it's likely something illegal or life-threatening. I tend to believe her on that. Probably. Sometimes. Oh well, boys will be boys, I guess. We give Zack a small wave from behind. Ash, with his attention, eventually turns to me.
Bella! Huh? Rebecca's not with you. Is she still sick?
A bit. But she's up and went to work this morning. You know she doesn't listen to anyone that's not Ash.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't. You're literally
Maybe
the only
she likes
person she'll
him.
listen to when she's feeling stubborn.
It's true, they've known each other far longer than any of us in the group. Childhood friends and all.
But don't worry, Zack. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your movie. Isabella! Oh, thank goodness!
Speak of the devil. Without warning, a hand grabs me by the shoulder and turns around.
Becca, you're just in time.
I have to lean back a little from her face as though invading my personal space. She places her hand on either side of my head to keep me still. She stares at me intently, concern filling her eyes.
Becca, you're squishing my face. How are you? Are you all right? Why wouldn't I be? Rose called me earlier.
The 4 words tell me all I need to know. Since I don't have family living close by, and the only other relative I have here that works on the far side of the country, I gave my company Becca's contact number in case of an emergency. Should have known Rose would call her. I pushed Becca's hands away from my face. Although she let go, her eyebrows remained drawn together.
Oh, no, everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today. That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Besides me, Ash snickers. I bite back the urge to elbow in place and trying to avoid Becca's hand as she tries to reach out for the said area. I do my best to dodge her at all, moving behind Zack. Sorry for using you as a human shield, Zack. How old are these guys?
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that. You blacked out? It's not something to brush off. Come on, at least let me check it. It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there. Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Wow, thanks a lot,
It's because I was
Ashton,
in the
you traitor.
mansion.
I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Something crosses Becca's face, but it's gone before I can figure out what it is. Oh, jealousy.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone,
She's
right?
so jealous.
At least-
Oh.
Good.
Oh.
See? I'm okay. I I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. And I don't want to miss Zach's film.
We can always watch it some other time.
No.
Sorry, Zachary.
No, it's good.
Ouch.
But you guys should really keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
It's the premiere. The premiere's different. Right, Zach?
By shooting him a pleading look. Zach's a sensible guy. He'll understand. Please understand.
Not really. But Rebecca has a point.
No, premieres are different.
In the end, I think it's your call.
I'm fine.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
You're not missing it. Oh, we're just moving it on a different day so we can have a...
Look, you guys.
Ash's loud side unexpectedly cuts through the conversation. He's pinching the bridge of his nose as he speaks, something he usually does when he's getting impatient.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why are you taking her side?
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
What?
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself.
Myself. I mean, how many people have said that today is insane.
Is that good enough for you?
I already know the answer before Becca voices it out. When at least she releases a deep breath and nods a bit, with a great reluctance. I immediately tackle her into a hug.
Thanks, Becca.
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
Yes.
Did you say something?
Ah, yeah.
Me? Nothing.
So
Don't mind
jealous.
me.
If you say so.
Okay, guys, showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside.
Yeah.
Anyone here has a smaller bill?
I think I do. Hold on.
I pull myself from Becca to get my wallet from my bag, and
What's this?
it's already in Ash's hand before I can react. Ah, dang it! And Becca and Zach are giving him a piece of paper and she'd look.
No! Give it back!
It's just a paper.
I
Ooh.
don't care! Give it!
Looks ancient, too. Why do you keep this around?
I try to reach for it, but he holds the paper way above my head. I'm never so particularly sensitive about my own height, but right now, I really wish I had the advantage over him.
Don't open it!
What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter. I don't see any reason to... Hold on a second. This is, isn't it?
Even if it is, it's not for you.
Okay. Now I'm curious.
I'm telling you, it's nothing like that. It's...
I think I've had 5 people see this. But my words are lost when he unfolds the paper. And this is where we stop for today. Oh, don't load. Save. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching.